campaigners.
That was too fun, right? Why are we wearing these? Why are we celebrating New Year's?
Oh my God, because 2025 is coming up?
Yes. What to expect when expecting 2025. As we wrap up 2024, I'm sure everybody is in their planning cycle. They're thinking, what's next? What do we think about for 2025?
We're going to talk trends and big moments to expect coming up.
So let's get into it.
Let's go, girl.
First thing we're going to talk about is, I'm sure no one is surprised to hear this, AI.
Oh my God. What is AI?
Okay, not doing that. But we are going to see AI continue to play a space in gaming. I think gaming is probably one of the first places that AI showed up. Yeah. It's been there for forever, but with, all of the tools starting to happen and develop, we're just going to see opportunities for more creative ownability to players, to publishers. There's contextualizing that's going to happen more. You can, think about an NPC, like how you can already interact with an NPC. Imagine with...
Sorry, for those of you who don't know what an NPC is, non-playable character. So, when you're in a game and there's just like the guy that's always there hanging out, doesn't do anything. That's because it takes a lot of man hours to code those people. So they call them an NPC. They have one function and that's it.
Imagine with, the tools of AI, how NPCs can now carry
get crazy.
Yeah, like you could be a branded character and, tell your whole brand strategy to a player in a game and not have to put a whole ton of hours towards it. So we're just going to see a lot more of realistic behaviors, adaptive game mechanics, speeding opportunities.
Speeding up the development process, which is a big thing in game development.
Yeah. And just, more opportunities for brands to show the space, to own the space. So it's all good. I think people are scared of AI, but I'm here to say, don't be scared, be excited. Next trend?
Enough with AI. Cloud gaming. So it's expected to be a big game changer in 2025. Services like Xbox Cloud Gaming, NVIDIA GeForce Now, and PlayStation Now are expanding. So you basically can stream a game without needing hardware.
Cloud gaming is basically experiencing the game across all of your devices. So you can play on your console and then pick it up on a mobile device.
And then pick it up on your PC.
And there's just going to continue to be developments there.
Yeah.
You're not
because it exists now, but I think, as we just said, the technology is starting to move a bit faster.
Yeah. And I think not needing any hardware is key too. Like it's these, the reason you get power in these types of consoles and add more hardwares to get better game experiences. And so if cloud gaming continues to grow and have different capabilities. Sorry, words are hard for me this morning, Morgan. I didn't have my coffee.
Sorry about that.
Then there's just going to be easier opportunities for brands and more seamless gaming experiences.
I do wonder too how that's going to affect the hardware industry because we've already seen this year a decline in hardware sales. Mm-hmm. But when you think about brands like Xbox and PlayStation that come out with brand new consoles for more storage, it's not going to be something that people have to worry about anymore because they're going to store their game in the cloud.
With cloud gaming growing and changing and adapting, like mobile gaming is going to get even bigger.
Well, and just think about how the advancements of the phones themselves, like it's crazy what they can do these days.
That's actually our next point.
Whoa.
The growth of mobile gaming. I think we already...
I thought we were just talking about that.
I just was adding it onto the cloud gaming one. But hey, look at my brain. It's operating in order. So mobile gaming continuing to grow. Moving on from
That's all we need to say.
Also, a couple episodes ago, we talked about e-commerce. We've talked about transmedia, and so e-commerce and gaming, with the Roblox technology growing to where you can now add shoppable products into video games. And then just to remind you what transmedia is bringing together multiple audiences with one narrative across gaming, across music, across entertainment. We're just going to continue to see more growth here. Like,
Yeah.
I think there's, Roblox was the first to do the e-com or
Fortnite.
shoppable experience, whatever.
Yeah.
So I think we're going to see a lot of platforms take off with that. And it's going to become more of an integrated part of a player's journey.
Which I think is so important for brands who are, especially like CPG brands or have a physical product. It's like when Amazon came about and trying to find a way to advertise on Amazon or on Twitch, and then you can actually go and purchase it on Amazon. Imagine now you can do that in a game. It's kind of crazy. So excited to see more of that.
I just had a really good idea pop into my head, but
don't give it away for free.
Yeah. Call me. Okay. And transmedia, like, we're going to continue to see more and more movie adaptations of games, more shows. I mean, most of them have been wildly successful. And I think a lot of people, there's some coming out that people are very excited to see how it's going to go. So I think this aspect of convergence is going to just continue to get more and more ingrained. And I think soon enough, everybody's going to be a gamer.
Yeah. Whether you like it or not, more reboots, more remakes. It's happening. The film industry has seen the dollar signs that come along with those types of remakes and, pulling in a community that's already passionate. So they're going to keep doing it.
I want to talk about this because it's something in the world that's happening. I think it's maybe a trend that could be next year. It's too new to really get a pulse on it. Yeah, but I think it's something to call out just given the world we're in right now.
Yeah.
Blue Sky.
Okay, the new Twitter. Sorry, the new X.
What was Twitter? What was X? No, it's not the same platform, but it is a platform that a lot of people are moving over to. Gamers are moving over to it, I think, more so than anybody. It's decentralized, which means that there's not one company that has control over this platform. So it's a lot of people like the decentralized, like the blockchain aspect because it feels like less control of Big Brother.
Yeah.
And I think with, X and Elon Musk and just, there's a lot of conversations around what's going to be, people are leaving X. Like, so I think it's definitely something to keep a pulse on of like, is Blue Sky, Blue Sky will be more challenging for brands to have a presence on, I think. I mean, again, it's so new. I don't have any hard data to back this up, but similar to a TikTok, they figured out ads, right? Like you see an ad now, but Blue Sky, since it's decentralized, since it's on blockchain,
they don't really have like an ad.
You can kind of remove a brand's presence from your feed, it seems. If everyone's moving over to Blue Sky, how are brands going to get ingrained, right?
Yeah.
Especially authentically. So
something to watch and think about. One thing that I think will also continue to be important for players and maybe, just for brands to keep in mind is there is a big shift due to an actual Ubisoft court case that publishers are going to start kind of calling when you buy a game virtually, calling it what's the word? A license. So something you license and not something you own. So there's a big issue where Ubisoft removed one of their games because they wanted to, and people who had purchased that game, not a hard copy of it, it went away. And to people, they said, hey, I purchased a game that I meant to have forever. And so a California judge actually came down and said, this is something that moving forward, you can't tell people that they get to purchase a game because it's just a license. And if you're going to be able to take it away, you have to tell people that. So again, for brands, this may just be more something to consider when you're thinking about how you're engaging with gamers, but it's also just a big thing that's going to
who you're working with.
It's a big thing that's something to take forward is if it's a digital game code, it's more like a digital license of something versus a actual game, which is interesting.
And luckily for a brand in 2025, if you are wanting to get in game and you're worried about this, you have a team right here that can help you navigate those challenges, decide who to work with. So
yeah, call us.
All right. Last trend that we want to talk about is social gaming rising to new heights. I think with the ever-changing industry and ever-growing presence of social, 75%, oh, sorry, stat ticker, give it to me.
Yes. A recent market study indicates that roughly 75% of players today choose multiplayer modes or games with social components. This is where they want to talk to their friends,
So
likely Gen Z.
thinking about social as part of your marketing strategy in gaming. Obviously, there's innovative ways to show up in gaming, and brands always want to be the first brand to do something, but super important. But also super important is talking to your audience, finding them where they are, and as they become more and more social,
Yeah.
where should we be?
Well, and I mean, think about something that blew up this year, which is like Roblox Dress to Impress. Roblox Dress to Impress is like a mini game inside of Roblox. They give you a category and you put on an outfit on your Roblox character, and then you do a fashion show, and then everybody
You're
votes.
timed.
You're timed, yeah.
Which
It's scary.
I'm too indecisive to make the time.
And everybody votes on your outfits. And it was funny because it went viral because people started posting their experiences on TikTok. And then older Gen Z or younger millennials were playing, and they kept losing to like 13-year-olds, or they're like, get these kids out of here. And there was also this like movement of, wanting to have a server that was just, older than 18 or whatever. So it was really an interesting thing because people started playing it because of social, because of the social element. And I think we're going to see more that's kind of like Among Us a couple years ago, but we're going to continue to see that happen more often, I think.
Yeah. To that point, like a lot of things blow up because of TikTok, right?
Yeah.
Or that a lot of things gain traction because of TikTok. And so now that it's happening in the gaming world and, adding players to a certain type of game because of TikTok, like it just shows more and more that stat is so true. And it's should be thought of as an initial planning strategy. So
I think another piece here really quick is just creators are engaging with their community even deeper than just via chat. Like they're creating these experiences in Fortnite, like with UEFN. They're having more meetups. They are creating, in real life experiences. So everyone's kind of hopping on this trend of being together, being more social, making it kind of a part of the whole gaming culture.
And I also want to add, Discord is something really important to talk about here too, because I think forever Discord has been a place where gamers go to chat, they go to play together, they can stream. You can really do anything from Discord. It's also actually amazing, but it's been a hard place for brands to crack. Recently, we've seen them add, more opportunities like quests where brands can kind of authentically get involved with Discord. But with these growing social numbers and interactions with gamers, I think we'll see a lot more opportunity on Discord and a lot of more ways that brands can authentically reach them.
It's a large opportunity.
Large.
Trends. Check it off.
Period. Okay. So obviously gaming, I think, not obviously, I always say obviously, but gaming culture moves quick. There's always something changing. There's always something happening fast. So while we can't say exactly predicting the future, what will be coming in 2025 and what's going to happen, what's going to be.
Unless I was that so Raven. Sorry.
Mama said. Okay, so I just lost my train of thought due to your Raven interlude.
I'm so sorry.
No, but okay, so what are big moments that are coming?
Gaming moves quick.
Gaming moves fast. Okay. But why don't you take this first one away?
Amazing. Coming up in April, our next form of transmedia, Minecraft movie. It premieres in April. This is a massive game, seriously massive. Let me put my stat ticker. The game content on YouTube has passed 1.5 trillion views. I can't comprehend that number, but obviously it's a massive game. So it's getting the cinematic treatment. The likes of Jack Black,
Jason Momoa,
some big hitters.
Steve, the character from Minecraft, will be in it, obviously.
It's been drawing up some criticism and some love. It's not a animated movie, which you might think an animated type game would be an animated movie. That is not the case. They are real actors. So
yeah,
I'm interested to see how the community actually reacts once they see it.
There's people that are like, why isn't it animated like it's in the game, like it should be. And then there's some people that are like, I actually kind of like this immersive real world touch that they're giving it. Like seeing Minecraft issues in real life is going to be interesting. So I will be seeing it. I am not making any judgments yet until I've experienced it, but I'm excited. I think it's just, like you said, more and more transmedia is.
I just think also if you're a parent of a kid, likely your kid knows what Minecraft is. So just be prepared that on April 4th, they're going to want to go to the movies.
Okay, rumored Nintendo 2 Switch release coming. We do not have a date. It's also has not even super finalized, been announced, but we haven't had a console release in so long.
7 years.
Everybody's waiting for
Nintendo Switch has been 7 years.
Yeah. But no, like in general, Xbox, PlayStation, like there hasn't been a new
that was what 2 years
console
ago?
in a few years. And so I think everyone's like, what's next? What's next? And especially the Switch people have waited 7 years for a Switch 2. And so they're excited. You know, I think this could mean that they're probably tracking on all this technology changes. What is it going to mean for a new Switch? It's already a mobile device. So I think that's just going to be bigger, better, but a smaller piece of material.
Can't wait to see. Okay. And the one thing, while we could talk about every potential game title, the one thing that you can always count on are those annual releases of sports games. So we're going to kind of talk about when those happen so that your brand knows, hey, these are when they come out.
If you're putting your transmedia hat on, sports titles are a great option. If you are showing up in the IRL sports world, the traditional sports world, maybe you should extend that to a sports title.
But hurry up because they're going to need to start talking to you quickly and call us and we'll help you. Okay, the first one that comes out, which is actually a new annual title, is EA College Football 26. One more thing to explain to everybody out there, which I had to do the other day. Every sports title comes out in Q4. It is the next year's date. So it's all 2026. We are talking about these coming out in Q4 2025, but they have a 26 date as their title. Just keep that in mind.
Q3 and Q4,
Sorry,
really. Yeah.
You're right. Back to EA College Football 26 comes out in July 2025. It had an incredible first year. Fans are going to continue to look forward to seeing how the game evolves. I've had so many friends play and talk about how amazing it is.
A lot of people when it came out. A lot of people's were complaining about their husbands playing college football.
Too much college football. So they're going to continue to kind of lean into people wanting to play against their alma maters or play as their alma maters. And so
I think too, there's just a lot of storylines that happen in college football.
Rivalries.
They've really done well with that in the game. And so we've talked about, you know, that nostalgia, emotional connection aspect of gaming. Mm-hmm. And I think this is one of those titles that really builds on that, especially for that millennial audience that is looking for that. People are obsessed with college football teams. So why not?
And right before football season kicks off, that's when college football will launch.
I just had another idea pop into my head.
You guys, she's brimming with ideas. You need to call her.
I'm boiling. Somebody call me. I got to get it out.
The next is also a football title, EA Madden NFL. So just going to the pros. That comes out in August 2025. Again, right as the football season starts. This has been an annual thing for many, many years. So
NFL.
Cool.
Gotta do it.
It's big.
Who's going to be on the cover? Can't wait to see.
The next one, which will come out in early September, is NBA 2K 26. So again, this is a title that has been around for years, coming out annually. It's professional basketball, NBA. But NBA 2K has a lot of ways to integrate in their game. They have more than just, you know, people going to play as their favorite teams. There's a city and places that you can go and purchase things with your in-game currency, and there's challenges. So a lot to do there. Each year they kind of step it up.
I think one aspect of 2K2 that I want to talk about is it's a mix of the sneaker, b-ball, like fashionistas of sports and gaming. And so they really, like, a big aspect is like, what are people wearing on the court? Like sneakerheads,
what's your
there's
fit?
A lot of ways for brands to show up from a fashion and gaming perspective in this game, because it is such an important piece of the player's journey and the player's experience. And so it's one of the more like creative led titles.
I would say the same thing.
And you would see.
And I would see. All
Did you
right,
talk about FC?
I'm about to.
Oh, okay. I thought
It
you
comes
skipped it.
after
Okay, true.
2K. So at the end of September, the final annual sports game. And these are not the only four. These are just the biggest titles. EAFC 26, previously FIFA. This is only like the third year, or this in 26 will be like the third year since EA Sports took over. And this title is going to be pretty big for 2026 because if you are in the US, which I imagine most of you are, North America is hosting the World Cup in 2026. So this is a great opportunity to align in your brand to something that's going to be a huge moment happening in North America from a sports perspective and then also in game. So just keep in mind, you might be thinking, I'm not thinking about 2026 yet. You got to think about it now.
That's the thing too, is no one's probably thinking about their World Cup strategies, right? But with this game,
They might be.
But that, I
Yeah.
mean, 2025, we still have to get through that, right?
Woo.
But it is important when a title comes out that is representative of that. So I think,
Imagine all the chatter that's going to come out around.
right, exactly. But I think what I was going to say is it doesn't have to be something in game. It could be something alongside, but
Yeah.
you should, obviously IP and all of that, you're gonna have to get rights and all of that. So you should be thinking of it as collectively, but you don't have to like decide now what's going to be in game representative of your brand in World Cup, and then that's it. Like there's different opportunities with each title. So definitely a big cultural moment to capitalize on here. Okay, so next big event happening in 2025, coming our way in a while, is the 10th annual TwitchCon. 10 years of TwitchCon, that's amazing. So that'll happen in October of 2025 in San Diego. So glad it went back to San Diego.
Same.
TBH. Vegas was stressful. But no, it's, they're celebrating 10 years. This is one of the biggest events for gamers and for the industry to come together. There's creators there's fans. TwitchCon is all about celebrating the community and bringing these communities together, and community is so important in gaming. Like that, having your community, building one, like it's such a big part of gaming, and a lot of people come to do that. So who knows what they're going to do for 10 years? Like 10
I'm
years.
very interested to see where they go.
Honestly, we'll probably know at some point, so call us.
Yeah, we have the inside scoop. We got a few people we know over there. And if you haven't already, shameless plug, go and watch our TwitchCon vlog if you're interested to see what this experience is like.
Great job, Morgan. Great callback. Yeah.
Great callback.
One of our episodes is a vlog of me and Morgan walking through
YouTube
TwitchCon.
only. So if you're listening to this on Spotify, apologies.
Gotta log on.
Gotta go to YouTube.
Yeah. And so we just show you kind of what it is, what to expect, all of the people there. I think it's only like 10 minutes. I promise we don't talk too much. Maybe a little bit more. But yes, go check it out. And there's literally so many ways for brands to get involved there. So many opportunities. It's just a great space for a fan to interact with your brand IRL, and you can even extend it digitally. So
yeah, and
excited for 10 years.
It's going to be a big year. Woo! Woo! I'll end this one.
Take it away.
Undeniably, the biggest game anticipated launch will be Grand Theft Auto 6. I know it is not a brand safe game for the most part, but everyone should be well aware that when it does finally be announced that it's coming out, avoid that time period to do anything big, because it's all anyone's going to be talking about. It's all anybody is currently talking about.
And I do want to say it is not super brand safe titles, not a super brand safe title, but it gets kind of a bad rap. There are things you can do that are more brand safe. It's not just all... I don't even want to give examples of the bad things you can do in there because I'm scared. But
bleep them out.
Legal will not approve. But it's not all bad. You can find, like Pfizer did a very brand safe thing to drive vaccinations in game. Go check it out. But
you're right. Yeah,
there's ways
I'm just being a little conservative.
I know, but it is a big moment, and I agree. It is it's a title that a lot of brands don't want to touch. I'm just here to say you can if you want.
But
to.
if you want to make a splash, this would be the year to do it with them, because like I said, it's all my boyfriend can talk about. He's just
everybody
on edge trying to understand when it will be coming out. So they haven't set a date yet, likely Q4.
Fall 2025 is what they're saying.
Just one of those things to They're actually going back to.
I was going to say, you're not going to talk about the OG aspect of it?
Yeah, they're going back to Vice City, which was from the original title.
1986, original title. Oh, sorry, stat ticker.
Oh, sorry, 1986. Oh, here's another stat. The trailer itself has 220 million views. So if that doesn't tell you how big it is, I don't know what will.
220 million people excited to see it. But yeah, it's going back to its roots, Vice City. That's the first place we saw the game pop up. And so
I can't believe they had I want to see.
It's going to be a more futuristic version of it, obviously.
And if you haven't,
but I'm excited.
If you haven't watched the trailer, actually go watch it, because where they've gotten to from the last iteration of this, it's incredible.
Yeah.
The game.
These game trailers are so like insane these days. Like, it's a full-on movie trailer. They're amazing. I feel like sometimes a game trailer is better than a movie trailer.
Say.
Like, I don't know, but a good movie trailer really gets you hooked.
You're right.
Anyways,
shout out to movie trailer producers. And,
that's Morgan's dream job.
And
I didn't want to say it, but it is her dream job.
And game trailer producers.
Last section, speed run. This is the what's happening, who's
what's going on. Okay, it's official that gaming has overtaken movies. According to a new study, 63% of Gen Z prefer to play video games to watching a movie. This isn't a huge surprise since we just talked about it. Hopefully you listened. But also, the global games industry surpassed the movie industry officially in 2023 with revenue of $184 billion compared to movies at $97.5 billion.
Not surprising, just official. All right, politicians in this political world we're living in. So politicians use gaming to hit a new audience this campaign season. Kamala Harris launched a creative map in Fortnite, which was really cool. I actually love this. Tim Walz streamed himself playing Crazy Taxi, and he also teamed up with AOC for a game of Madden. So they're really leaning in, talking to those younger audiences, getting creative while doing it.
Love that. This is Sammy's favorite piece of news. The Oregon Trail, yes, that one, is getting an action comedy movie adaptation currently in development at Apple. I'm pumped.
Transmedia. Seizing on the appeal of video game playlists, a new music streaming app has entered the market, and it is called Nintendo Music. On it, you can listen to dozens of hours of music from games like Mario, Zelda, Donkey Kong, all the hot ones. Since its launch on October 30th, the app has had more than 1 million downloads. So we talked last episode about music, podcast being a thing while gaming. Think about it. Clearly, somebody is. Nintendo.
Look at that.
Well, that's a wrap on 2024. We'll see you guys in 2025, and who knows, we might be wearing these still.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Bye.
Bye.